Hello, everybody.
Hello.
And welcome to Hampshire Outdoors and Survival.
Hello, Stealth.
Sunday Night Social. Hello, Stealth. How
Hi,
you
Ground
doing, mate?
Frog.
Thoroughly enjoyed your last video, Stealth. Absolutely brilliant. You and the guys looked like you were having fun up the woods. Yeah, I think you're right about what you were saying. I think it may have been your mate had launched everything everywhere. You know, it's that old thing of, oh, somebody's nicked my mate's camp. I'm trash this. Quite possibly.
Hi, Stuart.
But still, these things happen. Hi, Stuart. How you doing, buddy? I hope everything's good up there with you and Paul. I hope you're having I've had a great day. I've got to open Guinness. Do excuse me, looking a bit wonky today. My neck.
I loved it, that going through the Galloway Forest.
That was nice.
Oh, it was nice, yeah.
My neck is
Brought
absolutely
back some fantastic memories, that did.
killing me.
And those waterfall, the ones that Paul up as well.
Yeah.
So beautiful up there.
Relaxing places.
Yeah.
And that video in the Life's a Hobby Owen did tonight. That was another stunner. It's just so nice to see those sort of places. The relaxation, the therapy that you can get from that is absolutely astounding.
Yeah, I've certainly made use of everyone's sort of pictures and videos over the past week. And hi, Sussex.
Hi, Sussex. How you doing, mate? Hope you're good. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, Lee Roberts has been sending me photographs. It was a very frosty walk he went on yesterday. And he had some badger sheep. Yeah. I said, I reckon it's badger sheep. That was when our
Dad used to have them, didn't he?
yeah, our son went to Merris Wood and did shepherding. Hi, Andy. Outdoors.
Andy. How you
and
doing,
hi,
Andy?
Dirty Faces.
Dirty Faces. Hope you're good. Now, I'd like to send my...
Oh, fantastic. You've got a lot on the plot.
Oh,
they're hard to come by, aren't they?
Excellent. I was going to mention allotments tonight as well. Yeah. Right, thoughts and prayers go out to John Kennedy and the guys in the States. They've had this storm go through in the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
And I know John is actually in St. Louis, so he was right in the epicenter. Hopefully he'll join us tonight just to let us know he's okay.
Oh, he's outside, were you, Andy? I don't blame you.
If not, I'll be trying to contact him via other means just to make sure he's all right. Because, again, he's been with the channel since the beginning. Yeah. And we've got other guys in America that have joined us. Yeah. And they're also, what a storm.
They've had... there's been wind, fires, the tornado, and also snow.
Yeah.
So,
hellish storms. So hopefully, I'm looking forward to seeing his name stick up tonight, just to let me know he's all right. So, prepping's what I'm gonna. Is going to be the subject for tonight. We'll get
they have had it all.
Having a chat about that, which is quite relevant considering what's happened just recently.
Hi, Lucy.
They have had it all. Sussex hellish.
I think they've lost 17 people so far. Yeah. Hi, Trina.
There's a lot of damage. Hi, Katrina. How you doing? Hi, I've already said hello to Ken. So, do excuse me. Like I say, I am struggling a bit tonight. The neck's a bit stiff. Hands are a bit stiff. I'm still suffering with my joints from that day out in the cold. It did give me a bit of help.
Hi, Bill.
How you doing, Bill? Yeah, we're all good, mate. We're all good. Still alive and kicking.
Well, I've been enjoying the winter sun today, making friends with all the kids again. They haven't seen him since sort of last summer, really, haven't they? They've said, he's got so big.
Brilliant. Cheers, Simon. 5x5. Fantastic. Yeah. Oh, so glad to see you all. 11 here already. Could you remember when don't turn your head.
Don't turn your head at me. Yeah.
When I first started the channel and I was over the moon that first weekend when I had like 3 people.
Yeah. I think the most we've had the other week was 46.
Yeah.
46 in the room.
Log Hoppers, how you doing?
Sweethearts?
Yeah, hope you're having an absolutely awesome event. Well, I know you'll be having an awesome
Island
adventure.
Jason, how you doing?
Jace, how you doing?
Enjoying watching your bow drills?
Jason, you cracked that bow drill, my brother,
Yeah.
and you went out there. I think you all agree with me now, and I keep sort of saying to people, it's a rite of passage. It's something you've got to suffer with. But watching you do that, seeing the excitement on you and how you built your fire, and you just the drive to get that fire going. Yeah, that's one of the things with bow drill. It's quite a small thing, really, when you think down to it, but it's quite a big reward, isn't it?
I enjoyed your camp video.
Yeah, it was a brilliant camp video.
Drill, baby, drill, yeah. So I understand that you're going to have give it a go at the camp then, Simon.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. I shall bring a kit along with me so that it's there for you to have a bash.
Yeah, we've been watching Kiwi's one as well.
Yeah, Kiwi's cracked it. Yeah, good old Kiwi. Well done, Kiwi. You join the club. It's a tribe. It's a clan thing. There is a thing where people look at one another and they go, have you done bow drill? And they go, yeah. Did you get it?
Under tuition, yeah.
And it almost like it's like a secret brotherhood.
Yeah.
It's like, people wear the apron of bow drill and do strange little dances, handshakes, make signals to
Sussex
one another.
The next one is going to do iron pyrite and flint on a bracket fungus.
Nice.
Break the cherry, exactly.
That's going right back to the ancients, isn't it? So bow drillers have secret signals. So if you're a bow driller and you see somebody across the room going
stealth,
like that,
bow drill,
you know they're a fellow bow driller. Bow drills.
EDC Patrol. Good
EDC
evening.
Patrol. Good evening, mate. God bless you. I hope you're good. It is a hard one, but it's worth. I mean, pyrite's a stinker.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm actually through one of those the genealogy thing.
Yeah.
I'm actually related to Utsi, so I should do better. Should do better. Yeah.
Red hair, and it's the leather outfit that she wears as well.
I changed my channel up. Okay.
Yeah, no problem with that, mate. No problem with that. So I'm pyrite. It's a hard one to use because it doesn't spark as well as modern steels and that. But again, that's going back to what our ancestors used. I did a video last year from a place called Firestone Copse on the Isle of Wight, and that turns out that they've recorded iron pyrite mining going back there 5,000 years. So again, that's why it was called Firestone. Obviously, pyrite being called a firestone because you needed the iron pyrite to strike against the flint to get the spark to carry on, and then using a bracket fungus as your spark catcher. That can be really fiddly. That can be a difficult one to do. So yeah, we look forward to seeing that, mate. Definitely interesting.
Yes, excuse me. Somebody's been in Wally tonight.
Secret signals to rabbit snarers, yeah. Or depending on which technique you use, or even.
EDC liked your videos. He said great teaching.
Excellent. I'm glad you liked it. It's I'm struggling a little bit at the moment making my videos because I'm having a little bit of trouble with concentration, which, according to the quacks, possibly down to the anaesthetic from the operation. Basically, apparently it can affect people a little bit like that. So yeah, I've been struggling a little bit there, but hey, it's still going with it. The flow.
Yeah, I worked that out, Mike.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things elusive, isn't it? You're going to use bush boxes down there.
Sussex.
Plenty of granite. Yeah.
So they constructed a face of a 10,000-year-old skull years ago, and he could have been my granddad. We look so similar.
Possibly be. We're all related. We're all related.
Yeah.
Was it there? I remember reading somewhere at some time there are only actually 7 different human beings on the planet, and we're all a combination of those 7 different genetic pools. It's quite no worries, log hoppers. Cheers, guys.
Bless you.
Cheers, guys. Hopefully, you're having an absolutely brilliant adventure wherever you are in this secret world of ours.
There's a tenner, Uncle Mick.
Looking forward to seeing more. Forward to seeing more of your videos, guys, and have fun. Stay safe. Lend us a tenner, Uncle Mick.
No, I think he's been busy preparing for he's doing his camp in May, is it?
May, yeah.
Yeah, so Mike wants to know what's the name of the little neck light against. I could
Right.
find it on Amazon.
We used to call them beta lights.
Yeah.
BETA lights. And
I hope you're saying nice and warm, rock uppers.
It hasn't actually got a name or a brand on it. Somebody might be able to point us in the direction to a branded one. I've had this one now, what, 2.5 years?
Yeah, about that.
I've never replaced the battery on it. I test it every few days. Just give it a quick squeeze, make sure it's working. And again, the pressure just goes down that way. Or there is a little button on it there which you can. Yeah, my button's paid. In fact, actually, I'm going to have to go on and get some.
Keyring light, yes.
Yeah.
Try under keyring light.
Keyring light, yeah. Keyring torch, keyring light.
You could. Katrina said you could screenshot it and add it to Google search. Whoa. See, clever.
No, she might be able to. Me do technology. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If anybody does find a
photon lamp.
All right, and right, because these. I mean, I've been using them for donkey's years. The batteries are replaceable in them. There's 2 little screws on the back there. They are waterproof. They are a brilliant bit of kit. And I think the last time I looked at them, you could buy 10 for about 14, 15 quid.
Yeah, Mike, it's not been good. You haven't been trouble with your coordination a bit, haven't you?
Yeah.
And he's very, very tired.
We've had been having a bit of an issue and it's only really come to the fore in the last month or so that I'm struggling with coordination and and thinking.
Squeeze lamp.
It's a bit out there.
The
So, like I say, spoke to the doctor and they said it's possibly the anaesthetic that they gave me during my kidney operation, and that apparently can have quite a long-lasting effect. Most people get over it.
They are good, aren't they, Bill? I've got some on my bag.
If I get any worse, they want me to go in, so obviously they can scan my brain, file a little bit off of it, make the connectors a bit cleaner, a bit of sandpaper in there, sort out all the bits and pieces, and I'll be firing on all cylinders. But yeah, don't worry about me too much. I'm solid as a rock. The next, I mean, it's just all age related, really.
It's very damp, very cold here. The sun has been out, but it is freezing if you get out of the sunlight, isn't it?
I've been in the wind a bit too much for the last 3 or 4 days.
You will, your granddaughter this afternoon.
Yeah. where I broke my deck back in '89, I get a little bit of trouble back there on the back of my neck, and if I get cold air onto it, breezes onto it, it can get pretty stiff, painful. So hence, you see me and my granddad, Cardi, tonight.
Oh dear, Mick, sorry to hear that.
Which is nice.
Mike, sorry.
Mike, is he all right?
He's saying his diverticulitis is back. He might have to take his colon out. Yeah, my father had colitis.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Mike, our thoughts and prayers go with you, my brother. No, although we're 2 different continents altogether, we're standing side by side with you, brother. Yeah, we're there with you.
So Lucy said that he could have got 1 million hits if he climbed the gate with the young bull in his film. He was facing the other way, so I whistled him. Don't whistle him.
Yeah. Try not to whistle cattle. That's quite all right. So cattle.
Excuse me. I thought
I've.
John Benny's not here.
Yeah.
So I had a string on the floor.
yeah, one of my favourite things with cattle is to give somebody else a feed bag and ask them to walk across the field, because the cows will hear that rustling and will be line for them at Mark 1. They will take a look for it.
Thank you, Kitten. It's Unicliff LED keychain flashlight.
There we go. Cheers, Kitten. See,
He's on
there
the
we go.
ball.
That's why we have him on the team. Unicliff LED keychain flashlights. Brilliant. Cheers, mate.
There, coming up.
Yeah.
You're being a pain. Hi, Cookie.
Yeah. I mean, the golden rule with cattle is let them know you're there, isn't it? If you're stepping into a field or you're coming through an area where there's cattle, I was always brought up to sort of just people think I'm crazy. I walk past Cara Fields and I go, "Morning, ladies."
He does.
You know,
hello, girls.
Yeah, hello, girls, and it just lets them know I'm there. Last thing you want to do is surprise cattle.
Yeah, we've had that down in New Forest.
Yeah.
We drove past carefully because there was cows on the road, and this old man was getting all flustered and waving his arms around. All we do is we just tapped the side of the car, the Land Rover, and said, "Come on, girls,
Just
come on,
put the hand out. Come on, move on."
hi, Scoot lady."
Yeah. And the funny thing is with cattle, I don't know about anywhere else, right? So where I was brought up, so
Hi, Lefty.
and I don't know how many of you have worked with cattle, but cattle, what we used to call cattle calls, cattle chants. So I've noticed that I hear them all over the world, different accents and obviously different speech. But where I grew up, if you were moving cattle, i.e. behind them, it was get on, right? So you would be behind them, you get on there, get on up, get on. And then I've come to other places, found get on your buggers.
Yeah. Go on, girls. Move it on.
Go on.
Go on. Move it on.
That's one we've heard a lot in the West Country. Go
move
on.
Move on.
Yeah. So yeah, tell me how do they move cattle on where you are? What's the call there? How do people speak to their cows where you come from?
Excuse me. That's better.
Hi, Lefty. How you doing, brother? I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling a bit better.
FU crew.
Mickey's in the pain world today as well. FU crew, hi you guys. I hope you're good in Chicago. Scoot lady Chicago. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're good there.
We're just saying we've been hit into the news earlier on about all the tornadoes and that in St. Louis and that.
I'm hoping to see something from John Kennedy in Missouri. He's in St. Louis, so
I hope you're all right, really, as well.
Really hoping to see something from him tonight, just to know he's okay. Because they got hit pretty bad.
Scoot didn't know that FU knew us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Huh? We get about.
They're obviously already compadres.
Yes. Yeah, we do get about, don't we?
Oh, Mickey's known around the world, not always for the best things.
It's a small world. Definitely.
Yeah. There are small tribes in parts of deepest, darkest Africa that will go, Mick. Which basically means, not him again. It's Mick.
Yeah.
And if there's anybody I've just upset by my little gag there, I do apologise.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Simon, I agree with you. It is. That's why we're going to get on to. No, I just wanted prepping.
22. Yeah, 22.
Prepping tonight. I was trying to find a subject. And
yeah, he loves his sweater. It's got the he's
mate, this sweater is it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I tell you what, I love it. It's a good old-fashioned wool sweater.
And he said, should you be drinking if your coordination is shot?
That's probably why my coordination is shot.
No, he hasn't had any alcohol since last Sunday.
This is my only drink since my only alcoholic drink since last Sunday.
Yeah, you were probably right, Sussex. He reckons the Combi tribe in Papua New Guinea have got a stone carving you in the middle of their village.
Well, I got a message from Jason. Just was it yesterday or the day before?
Therefore, yeah,
Yeah, he sent me a message from Bali, and he said, "Here I am, Mick,
on top of the mountain.
on top of a mountain, first thing in the morning, drinking the world's most expensive cup of coffee." And I just started laughing and went, "What? The one that comes out of a cat's bum?"
And I actually said to him, "So let me guess, it tastes like." Yeah, cigar and headwear, Winston.
Yes.
It is his comfy when he's feeling a bit. Yeah.
This is. If you see me wearing this, invariably it's because I'm feeling a little bit off colour or I'm being affected by the cold. This is, to be honest with you, in fact, not many people know this, but quite often what you'll see me wearing around the house is just an old pair of black jogging pants and my cardi.
Yeah.
It's
you need a cravat now, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what Simon's saying. You need a cravat.
Yeah, it's a good bit of kit. So yeah, prepping.
Yeah, it's got some of these sloggies are a bit camo.
Yeah, just a little bit. Things are changing in the world at the moment. And I'm not going to get into any of the politics because we don't do politics on this channel. But yeah, things are getting awkward around the world. Doesn't matter which side of the table you're on or where you are in the world. Things at the moment are getting a little bit heated. And we're not talking about necessarily wars, but we're talking about countries, trade, and so on. And my advice to everybody is, even if you're not a prepper, start thinking about putting a few items away. Start thinking about having a little bit of a store, a little bit of a set aside.
Long life milk, stuff like that.
Medicines, bits and pieces like that. You don't have to go mad at it. But I've got a funny feeling there's going to be a few issues. It was only a couple of years ago. Apparently, we all had a disease that was going to make our noses run, and everybody went out and bought toilet paper because they thought they were going to poo themselves to death.
Yeah.
Panic buying. And again, I don't think in a lot of cases the results of what is happening is going to be the problem. It's going to be panic buying. It's going to be people running out and behaving like lunatics. There will be those that think, "Oh, hang on, that's going to become short. I'll buy it all up now because I've got the money," and then flog it at a killing afterwards.
That's where it needs to stay in your shed.
So again, like I'm saying, I'm not saying to you go out and panic buy, but I'm just saying set aside a few extra items.
I look in the old reduced bit and bought a load of carrots and sprouts and sweet corn.
Derek,
bought them home,
mate?
Paired them up, and put them in the freezer.
Day 3, working at Irish Smoker event on the river.
Plant seeds,
5,000 drunk shamrocks.
we we're going to get some. We tried hanging tomatoes last year. They did really well, didn't they? Because we've got a really tiny garden. But anyway, even if you've got you're in a flat and you've got like a window box, you can grow carrots, things like that in a box.
Yeah. Cucumbers.
Yeah, we saw a thing where someone had got 6 pots about that size, and they had like a clothes horse in it. And what they'd done, they trained their cucumber to go up it, and the cucumbers were hanging down off the rails.
Yeah, on a clothes horse.
Yeah,
pretty much. Clever idea. Yes, Owen. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Yes.
It's good. Yeah, we do it. We got a nice little stack of tins, long life milk.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the tin stuff, we were getting when the before COVID, we were noticing like tinned corned beef.
Yeah.
It had like 4 years on it, didn't it?
Certainly did. Katrina was just saying she's questioning her educational choices.
Yeah,
tourism might not be a thing according to conspiracies. There will always be tourism, Katrina. Okay, no matter what happens in the world, there will always be tourism. There will always be people who want to travel. There will always be people who want to visit places. You just got to think about how you want to put your tourism across, and even not necessarily going abroad and inviting people in from abroad. Tourism within the UK, within our own country.
Yeah.
When you think back to the heyday of the heyday of holidays, we're talking back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Everyone got a Margate and
people
things like that, didn't they?
Didn't always go. Well, most people didn't go abroad, but the tourism within the countries, and it's something we need to see about revitalising. We've seen all these tourist places, all these lovely towns, seaside towns, inland towns, visitor areas,
Yeah, looking into that if you love.
fall apart over the last 10 years. They need revitalising. People want to get away from home. They want to have a break. So
You've got to take them to the poison garden.
Dark tourism, there's no thing. Haunting tourism,
Yeah. I'd say the old poison gardens.
Derek's saying the beer garden's open at 7 a.m. and close at 1:30 a.m.
Oh, blimey.
Only the actual Irish people make it.
Yeah, 8 boxes of Kellogg's. You can break them down and put them on outside of a chicken and
high hiking the hills.
High hiking the hills.
Yeah, it's medicines. And again, when I say to people medicines, I always think about getting the serious medicine. It's simple things. One of the things I like to have a stockpile of all year round, right, it's cold flu relief, right? Because that will work super efficiently for a minor cold, right? A chill, that will ease that. It'll help you get a night's sleep, make you feel better. But if you do go down with influenza, anybody that's had influenza knows how debilitating that is. And having a small stock and supply works. And you bear in mind that they contain caffeine, lemon, but more importantly, paracetamol. Paracetamol lowers the body temperature.
Hi, Jess.
It's an analgesia, so it reduces pain, makes you more comfortable.
Things like clove oil.
Yeah.
You get toothache. Things like cold and flu meds. You try and get them with really, really long dates on.
Yeah.
Put them away.
That's it.
You got
Simon says he's on Stag 24/7. Pretty much, mate. That's the way you need to be. I mean, one of the things I've been reading up on lately is 1939 to 1940. The facts, the history, what happened, how did, and again, not talking about the war, but I'm talking about how did the civilian populace deal with the situation? What was the thought process? And the interesting thing for me was how different we are today to then. In doing my research, I found that literally 70% of households in the United Kingdom had a plot. Okay, whether it was in their garden or whether they had an allotment. Allotment, interesting word. An allotted piece of ground that you could rent from the council for growing produce on.
I live in Nauvoo.
Apparently, we used to have thousands of these allotments. It was a requirement under law almost that the councils would provide space for allotments for people to grow their fruit and veg, because we lived in a society where people didn't have spare cash, they didn't have spare money. They literally went week to week, hand from mouth, got their wages, paid their rent, moved forward. So they had to grow it. And one of the things you were allowed to do on allotment is you were allowed to keep rabbit hutches on the allotment. Which for most people today would go, oh, that's sweet, have a pet bunny. No, they kept the bunnies for food. When I was a boy, my mum kept rabbits for food. We had 10 rabbit cages, and those rabbit cages were cycled round, and those rabbits were for the pot. Okay, so again, that was the way it worked.
Hope your brother's all right, Jess. Little brother's been in hospital for the last couple of weeks. See, yeah, I don't mind cooking rabbit stew, but I just don't like the taste of it. It's not because they're a little fuzzy thing, because I eat squirrel, I'll eat deer, I've had kangaroo, ostrich. It's just the taste of rabbit. I mean, obviously, if that's all I had to eat, I'd eat it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not so.
Yeah, and again, so it was, people had the allotments, they had the gardens, they grew veg, they grew staple veg as well. So they grew things like potatoes, they grew things like carrots. Tomatoes weren't so common, beans were, peas were. So again, they were looking at the veggies that they could store at the time, that they could process, that they could keep. Tomatoes really sort of gained their popularity a lot later in history. They sort of became the sort of thing people wanted to grow from sort of late 60s, early 70s onwards.
Hi, Bob. Yeah, our son, he went to America and had alligator tail. He loved that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did like it, didn't he? Did like it. Hi, Bob. How you
doing? I say we've got quite a small garden, but last year we had a blueberry bush, and we got enough every morning we were picking blueberries to put on our
kept us in
cereal.
kept us in breakfast
And
for about a month.
we have herbs.
Yeah, my mum's. I mean, she's plotting up at the moment, so she's doing things. But again, I was thinking about it earlier. It's just some rough notes. So, we live in a society today that's quite easy to get on with.
Fantastic,
But
Andy.
I was thinking about what does it take to grow enough to
Hi,
become
Sticks.
self-sufficient. And this is just a quick notation I made. I asked myself, what would it take to grow enough to become self-sufficient?
Wife.
And I came up with how much knowledge is required. You've got to understand the bugs, the pests, the disease, soil nutrition, crop row cycles, rotations, etc. Right? That's not easy. Then you've got to add in the actual labour. So you've got to think about planting your crop. Well, a lot of the fantasists just think about putting a seed in the ground, stand back, and you wait 3 months, it'll be there. But no, you don't. You have to look after the ground. You have to feed that fruit, that vegetables. You have to weed out. Sometimes you have to prune them and prepare them. You have to remove pests. You have to manage them. You have to look for disease. You have to water them. Okay. Then you come to the harvest, and then you've got the back-breaking job 9 times out of 10 of bending over, harvesting it, taking it all off. And again, the fantasist at that point goes, "Yeah, that's it. Look, we got enough for winter."
And no one can afford to be self-sufficient these days. But if you can do a little bit to ease yourself, then.
But then after your harvesting, you've got to carry the work. Really starts because now you've got to extract your seeds for your stock for next year.
Sticks' wife is not very well.
My grandfather was a great one. He would just replant a couple of the tomatoes out of the bunch and let them grow on for next year. And it always seemed to work for him. But again, you've got to extract the seeds, take the pollen, set it all aside. Then you've got to work out how to store those. Then you've got to actually physically store them in the right conditions so you don't lose your supplies for next year. Now you're left with the food. And now you can eat some of it, but then you've got to think about storing it, how you're going to look after it, how you're going to maintain it. It's going to last you the right way through the winter and so on. So it becomes a 24/7 back-breaking labour. And so our ancestors and that knew this. So everybody got stuck in. Everybody had their job to do. Everybody was specific. And even after you've done all that, at the end of the day, you've done all your farm work. You've got to go out, collect some firewood, process the firewood, probably fix the roof, collect some water, and so on and so on. And you ain't even got into livestock yet. And God forbid your livestock gets into your fruit.
Well, I hope your wife's feeling better, Sticks. And Jesse's brother had an accident, he nearly died. Was on life support. So, sending my love to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, swapping seeds is a good idea.
Yeah.
I always like, or go to you've got a B&Q near you. Go and look at their what I call their sad corner, which is a reduced corner, because quite often a lot of the especially vegetable stuff is in that reduced bit. Get something that looks a little bit tired, take it home, revive it, and yep.
Jess, I hope your brother's all right. So
yeah, you're right, Andy. If you've got to work all day, you're not wanting to go home and start digging around making that.
Yeah. Good. He's home and he's stable. Brilliant. Living the Voo. Hiya, brother. Sticks. Yeah. We spoke about it yesterday. Send her my love, mate. Send her my love. Yeah, there's always something to do. We just have to do it. We have to keep on with it. It's yeah.
That's it. And you had the bartering thing, right? You've got your vegetables, you've got your chickens, right? I'll give you X amount of these. I'll have some of your eggs.
Yeah. Well, you say about Neolithic kids. It wasn't just Neolithic kids.
Yeah.
During the war, the kids, everybody got stuck in. Older kids. I mean, my dad, he used to tell me stories about the work they used to do on the fields, and when they weren't on the fields, helping to harvest, plant, or maintain something, they were doing pest control. They were out there shooting foxes, snaring rabbits, netting rabbits, catching birds. And again, he said to me, he said it was only during the war that he'd had things like sparrow and rook pie, because it was a case of they took what they could get and they made the most of it.
High reason response.
Andy, that sounds
Hi,
like just like my dad. My dad was a mechanic and he had the tattiest car on the street. It was by the time he finished fixing everybody else's, he didn't want to touch his own. Reason response: hiya, mate. 3 tins of food, 2 litres of water per person per day. Yeah, you're right there, mate. It's surprising how quickly you can go through it. But you have to equate into it. Ease it for yourself and equate into it the liquid content within the tins, depending on obviously what you're taking in. You've also got to look at sodium contents as well, because again, more sodium, more water.
Yeah, but it's like people don't really go blackberrying anymore. You always used to see people blackberrying and getting the hazelnuts, and people just don't do it now, do they? They'd rather just go in the shop and buy your blackcurrant.
Scoop lady, take it easy. Have an awesome week. Have an adventure. Enjoy yourselves. Get outside. Yeah, it is hard work. It is hard work. But again, yeah, it's the way things are looking in the world. And again, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. I'm not getting into conspiracies. But from a practical point of view, looking at how things are going around the world, especially with big business, I got a funny feeling they're going to start stockpiling. They'll start arguing over trade and all the rest of it, and it's going to cause a bit of a problem. That problem always comes down to kick us, the little guy, in the nuts. So yeah, it's my tip to you is, like I say, start prepping. So putting a little bit aside. You'd have to go about. I'm not talking about going out and buying sort of 400 tins of baked beans, but just a little bit extra, just so that if, and it might not happen, but if it were to happen, you've got it there. You know, you just got that little bit of that extra day is all the worthwhile.
Yeah, we do. We're out and about, and so it's not so easy for me to do the old blackberry now, but yeah, we do. Couldn't believe when we were in Norway, there was wild raspberries everywhere, weren't there?
Yeah, everywhere. So they were beautiful. And that's the other thing, isn't it? If you can grow something yourself, the amount of pleasure you get in actually growing it and harvesting it yourself, and it doesn't matter how small it is.
It can be Chris.
Yeah, one single tomato bush will give you enough seeds to give you 10 or 15 tomato bushes the following year. So again, it's one of those processes. Our tomato trough at the bottom of the garden every year, same as my grandfather did. The last few tomatoes that are on there, I let them sit on the vine till they drop onto the soil. And then all I do is just a sprinkle of soil over them and I leave them alone. This year, those tomato plants will probably double in number and I'll get them back. And people always say to me, oh, yeah, but you don't get the same number of tomatoes on. Well, funny enough, I seem to. In fact, actually, some years I do really, really well out of it.
Yeah, we did a bit too well last year out of the tomatoes.
Last year I was throwing tomatoes at the neighbours for the fun of it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's when you see all the fruit rotting on the, we don't get so much of that, the fruit rotting.
Bushcraft Sussex has got a secret place for ours.
What secret?
Yeah. T loves his blackberries, bilberries. My woods is full of bilberries. Absolutely, the ground is covered in bilberries. So I do quite well off of them every year. I did try.
On the ranges, you used to get the sloes.
Yeah, sloes and wild strawberries.
Yeah.
And that's another one, wild strawberries. So when you're out at the old garden centre this year and you're seeing those reduced cheap strawberry plants in the corner, buy one, take it out to your quiet place and plant it. Okay. Now the first year it will give off the standard size strawberries. But every year, the strawberries will revert to wild genus within a year.
Oh, I love damsons.
And then every year after that, you will see a carpet of little tiny red strawberries. You need to do nothing to maintain them. Just leave them to do their thing, and they will come back year after
The
year
wild
after year
strawberries
like
come
a
in
little reward.
They're like little tiny, almost like a Skittle size.
Yeah.
But they have packed so much flavour in those little tiny things.
I've grown mine into my front lawn. My front lawn's made up of grass, chamomile, clover, and wild strawberries, and I cut it down to about that high at the height of summer. And I crop the strawberries off for that. It's you go out there one day and all of a sudden there's little red dots all over the place. Absolutely stunning.
We when we had one of our border terriers, she loved them. And she'd go around picking all the strawberries off the plants and eating all the herb garden.
So living in the boot, that's it. Planted a few potatoes yesterday. We'll also plant them in random places. No one ever finds them. Yeah. Alpine strawberries are lovely. Yeah. Cherry plums. Ooh.
I bought some wild garlic from Cornwall.
EDC. Oh, Mike, cheers, mate. Thank you for sending your prayers to everybody.
Yeah, there's so many things resources out there you can find as long as you know what you're looking for. And
plantains, yeah. And again, foraging. Knowing what's out there in the wild that you can harvest, again, responsibly, safely, carefully. My little video this week, hopefully that helps somebody avoid making the mistake. Because I've been seeing a lot of people saying about picking wild garlic just lately and going, yeah, all you've got to do is smell the plant. All you've got to do is smell the plant. If it smells of garlic, it's garlic.
I pick it from that same area every year, but you're not to say that the 1 year the lords and ladies haven't popped up, or bluebells popped up amongst them.
Yeah,
and if you're grabbing them in a bunch, then you can get anything.
Identify your garlic, find your plant, and trace your leaf back to the stem.
Elderberries, they can you eat them? Yeah,
you're right. Elderberries are a bit of a dodgy one. Okay, so the elderflower you can use to make wine. It makes a very nice wine, soft drink, cordials, and that it does. Do not ever consume the shoots. Okay. Same thing with the berries. The berries cannot be eaten green. They must be fully ripe. Otherwise, they are toxic. And you do not want to eat any of the stems. The berries must be removed completely from the stems. Okay. So literally, bar the flowers and the fruit, and only when the fruit is ripe, i.e. you squish it and it will dye your thumb purple, okay, is the elder ready. Other than that, every other part of that plant is toxic. You know, you want to be very careful of it. It was people, again, when foraging became popular, were going out and picking elderberries, and instead of, as I was taught as a kid, literally taking them off and leaving the stems, they would snap the whole stems off, take them home, just going to shake out, be a bit careless with it, get a few stems in there. Yeah, they're not good for you at all. Nettles. Oh, nettles.
Cleavers. I hate cleavers. They make my skin itch.
Yeah.
Can't stand.
3-cornered leeks, brilliant. Ribwort, brilliant. Hawthorn leaves, fantastic. Cleavers, love them. Make very nice wilted in a salad. Elder, St. George's mushrooms. Oh.
Simon Staff, the ability to recognise wild edibles at your own risk. Do you agree, Mikey?
Yes. Yeah, you've got to really do your research. When in doubt, leave it out. It's the old saying. 100%. The other thing to be aware of, not everything that is edible is going to do you good. It gets back to this old thing as well of allergies. Okay, we live in a world today where we're so far removed from the natural world that people do tend to have allergic reactions to things. So again, if you're foraging and you're trying something for the first time, okay, do a bit of a check. Make sure it's not going to give you an allergic reaction, because suddenly finding your face and everything blowing up and a 2-hour walk home, that's not a good place to be.
No.
I had a major allergic reaction the other night. I'd eaten, noodles.
Yep.
Noodles. Korean noodles. Cheap brand. I'd never come across before. Super spicy noodles. Ate them. Within a couple of minutes of eating them, My throat started closing up. My lips started swelling. My eyes started swelling. I broke out in hives all over. Really, really uncomfortable. But again, lucky that I know what that reaction is, and I was able to go, right, that is an allergic reaction. Grab a packet of the antihistamines, and they're quite strong antihistamines. It's supposed to take one a day, 5 straight down my throat.
Sussex says, don't munch on a hunch. Yeah.
Yes, don't.
Reason response asks you a question.
Right, reason response. Hang on, let me go back up.
Views on bugging in and bugging out.
Views on bugging in, bugging out. It's right. So there are so many different things to think about there. One is the reason you're bugging in or bugging out. Is it environmental? Is it crowd? Is it physical? Is it disease? Is it what's the effect? You've also got to equate for where you are in the world, the location you're in, the risk level surrounding you. I teach people, this is what I teach on the courses, that basically if an evacuation order is given, go with it. The reason being that the powers that be don't want to be held responsible for the cost of life, and will always give the best advice they can and have the resources and knowledge of a lot of people that are a lot more knowing than we are. However, bug in, bug out. Me, for our situation where we are as a couple, right, and our conditions, initially bug in. Okay? Initially bug in. I'm secure here. I have built up a network around me and I'm secure. But it's going to be on a constant assessment. Okay? Now, you with most SHTF situations, you've got 2 choices. It's have the plan go immediately, go before the rush, get yourself away to your location, secure yourself, make yourself comfortable, or it's sit tight and wait people out, wait the situation out. Well, that depends on your stores, your equipment, your surroundings, your security. One of the things I talk about on bug out courses is right within prepping. So you've got to think 4 things I want you to think about with your bugging in, bugging out stuff. You've got to think safety, supplies, shelter, and security. Okay. Safety is what is the risk to you in the position you're in? Is it other people? Is it environmental, flooding, landslide, earthquake, freezing? What are those risks to you there? From that, you've got to work out shelter and supplies, which are going to be your next 2 priorities, and security, which is going to underline absolutely everything. So again, it's a purely personal choice depending on the situation. It's one of the objections I have to some of the channels that tell you you've got to be able to walk 30 miles with a pack on your back and all the rest of it. Well, Kaz can't. I might be able to. I've got to equate to what my needs and requirements are. So it's as simple as that. It's
missile attack. Someone said missile attack.
If it was a missile attack, put my legs between my knees, kiss my bum goodbye, basically. Depending on what kind of missile attack it was. Evening, Matt. How you doing, mate?
It's nearly time for the quiz. T, are you ready?
Yeah, T. Hope you're ready, mate. Yeah, you're nearly there.
Yeah, I've got same issues with my meds.
Yeah.
I've got some, but yeah.
Bushcroft, Sussex.
Andy.
The only thing I see there is start looking at alternatives. I wouldn't say go to your alternatives now all the time you've got your meds, but try and find the things that could possibly assist you in a situation. Yeah, improvise. Make the most of what you have. Make it work. Yeah. Yeah. And again, it depends on your country, doesn't it? And
Yeah.
your environment. There's and what you've got around you, the crowd, the people, the support. Do you have a good team around you? Oh, excuse me, I've got chronic hiccups tonight. I really have got bad. Oh, blimey, mate.
Okay, yeah.
Blimey. Oh.
All right, lovely. Good night.
Yeah, you're right there, Simon.
Right, T, you want to get yourself.
Katrina, no worries. Off to bed, sweetheart. Sleep well. Right, we're not going to do whoever wins this tonight. We're not going to do a quiz next week.
Give it back for.
We're gonna have a break from a quiz for a couple of weeks, and then we'll come back to it. Because I've had a couple of people say, do the quiz. So we'll have a little break from it for a couple of weeks, see what everybody thinks. Okay, it was requested the quiz was related to food and not too complicated. Hopefully my questions will do the job. Right, yeah. Actually, I get my pen and paper to hand.
Are we ready then?
Usual rules, mate. If you can let me know who your winner is on each question, and I'll make the suggested recordings.
Go. You might find it's a food and drink one, Stealth. You might be, yeah. Which spice gives the Moroccan dish tagine its distinctive yellow colour? So, what spice gives the Moroccan dish tagine its distinctive yellow colour? It's up to you.
It's up to you, T. You're the quiz master.
Yeah. So, Island Jason was the first one, but it wasn't spelt right. Anyway, yeah, I think that. Yeah, Island Jason. Yeah, you got it, Alan.
Jason.
Yeah. Well done.
Well done, Jason. Question number 2.
You did.
Question 2. From which country does the bolognese sauce originate? Right.
Island Jason again.
Well done, Jason. Question 3.
Mongolian lamb. Third one's up.
What's the main ingredient in hummus? Chickpeas. Sorry, Cookie.
Island Jason again. So Island Jason again. You got it. Yeah. I hate chickpeas with a vengeance. Next one's there.
Yeah, I can't see.
Oh, right, sorry. Which meat is used to make traditional Wiener Schnitzel? Veal.
Veal, yeah.
Answer is Simon. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. My apologies. It was like Jason again. Sorry, I missed that one. Whoops. German hedgehog.
Dashwood.
Which fruit is known as the king of fruits?
Which fruit is known as the king of fruits?
King Henry the melon. Sussex. Yes, Jason again. Durian. And that's Jason.
Durian fruit. Ooh.
Julian Clary.
What type of nut is used to make marzipan? Sussex. Well done, Sussex.
I hate marzipan with a vengeance. I do like marzipan.
Well done, mate.
It was me. I want to recount. What country is known for the dish moussaka? And marzipan. I can eat the toasted almonds, but not.
Well done, kitten.
Kitten. Greece. Night, Jess.
Right, Jess, take it easy, sweetheart.
Albania.
Let's go to our last quiz for a little while.
Yeah. Which fruit is used to make the liqueur kirsch? Kirsch.
One of my favourites.
Hi, Lee, Michael, Michelle. Sorry.
Well done, kitten.
Answer chick. Kitten. No Wales tonight, Mac.
Question 9.
What is a key ingredient in an Indian dessert kheer? Answer is rice, and it's Sussex.
Well done, Sussex.
Nothing beats a good old rice pudding with a milkman's britches on the
And
top.
question 10.
Which country is known for its fondue?
Fondue.
The answer is Switzerland, and Sussex again.
And of course, you know that in Swiss, the word fondue, basic translated to English, it is fuck me up butt punching.
Yeah. Hi, John. John's in.
Hi, John. How you doing, mate? Yeah.
Yeah, we've been watching the storms. We're glad you come in.
We were sort of saying our prayers for her on. How did you get on? I hope everybody's okay out there, because that
80
was
mile an
bad.
hour winds and 1 inch hailstones. That was scary. Hi, Ray.
3, 4, 5.
Oh, there's a tiebreakers for fun. In which year was the first Michelin Guide published, launching the world's first independent restaurant rating system? Hey up, Benny.
Hey up, Benny, brother. Hope you're good.
That's what us girls do. We sit there pointing and say, no. You missed that bit.
Nicky, you keep pointing.
Yeah.
Right, so tonight's scores on the doors. It's quite simple. Find Your Friends with Island Jason scored 5. Sussex scored 3. Kitten Killer scored 2. That is it for tonight, I'm afraid. And like I say, we're going to have a break from the quiz for a week or two.
So it's
and then we'll come
1900.
back to it.
So in 1900, that's when they did that.
What's that?
That they got the food guide thing.
Or the Michelin Food Guide.
Yeah.
It was actually issued.
No, that's the answer to that question he did. The Michelin Guide.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 1900.
Yeah, it was actually issued to troops during the Second World War as well.
Oh dear, John. So his car's got dimples.
Oh no. Oh no.
You did, Simon. Yes, one of Dog Soldiers, definitely.
Catch you later, T. Stealth.
Yeah. All I know about his food is what I like and what I don't.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing. I'm
Evening, Kiwi. Liked your video.
Kiwi, loved your video. Well done, mate. Welcome to the tribe. Yeah, Kiwi is another one of those that has made the bow drill success. Yeah. Has known the glory of creating fire whilst rubbing his wood. Sorry, love.
Let me choke me blackcurrant eggs.
Well done, Kiwi.
So, Matt, you okay? We'll see if we can get to see you this week. Right, where's she just got back from Cornwall?
Mikey, let's have a story.
Yeah.
Oh.
Prolific Wood Rubbers United. Wales. Ah!
Simon, next week there'll be a story of adventure, daring, do, and survival. That's what we'll do next week. I will do a 10-minute story of survival, daring, do. Yeah, I should come up with something for that.
Yeah, Andy, you haven't been able to do your...
I haven't done as many walks I'd like. I have been doing my walking. I've been getting my steps in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got to get myself back into it again.
John, still got to send that bloody parcel off.
I'm struggling a little bit at the moment, to be honest with you, mate. It's everything's a little bit. John, you know me, mate, but I'm gonna have to come over there. I'm gonna have to come over there and have a look at the surplus place myself. No, I think I'm all good at the moment, mate. But if you see anything a bit strange, wonderful, interesting, yeah, give me a holler and I'll let you know.
And thinking about anything wild, wonderful, the next unwrapping of the MRE is on its way.
Are you prepared to tell me whose it is yet?
Dutch.
This
time I've gone for the Dutch one because it's a big one.
It's a big one, is it? It's a big one.
Yeah, just a word of warning for people who are looking out for the MREs. You have to be careful now because what they're all doing is breaking up the 24-hour ration packs into 8-hour ration packs. So you're not actually, where before you used to, when you bid on a 24-hour box, you got a 24-hour box and you advertise it as 24-hour box. But when you actually read the print, they're not. They're either a morning, it's breakfast and lunch or the evening meal.
So basically,
they're conning you.
Right, so you army surplus suppliers out there that are breaking up the 24-hour ration packs and trying to make a bit extra cash out of it. I understand making the extra cash, but come on, guys, sort it out. Most of us want a 24-hour ration pack. Most of us are buying a 24-hour ration pack because we're off into the boonies for a day or two.
I shall
And
double
we
it for you,
want
John.
a 24-hour pack, not an 8-hour pack. We're not doing patrols. We're not doing fighting contacts. We're not going to do a raid. We are doing 24 hours, 48 hours, sometimes 72 hours in the boonies. We want the rations for it. Sort your act out. Stop trying to make a profit.
It's easier just breaking them. It's all being what they're doing is they're getting the, like I say, the 8-hour packs. They're bagged up, and you think, woohoo! But when you actually open the bag up, it's like the American one we had.
They've gone through it.
It's they're buying the smaller packs where when you go out for.
It may be a case of the supply chain. I expect there's a lot of what were ration packs that were available as 24-hour combat rations. Combat rations have actually gone out to places like Ukraine and that. So
our son was saying
the resources here are a bit shorter.
The Czech ones now are £63. I looked at a Russian one that was 50 odd quid, and also a Lithuanian one, and that was £50, and they're out of date. So I mean, you're going to spend 50 quid on a. Yeah, I know you can still eat them, but you're going to spend 50 quid on something that's. Yeah, you should be bringing your prices down, boys and girls. If they're not.
John. If you can do a walkthrough on the shop, that would be absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
That's it. That's why Jason did the. Now we got our sealer and that, and.
We are service. We're not going to. We
exactly, Matt. They are made by the cheapest bidder, aren't they?
There's a couple of companies in Britain. I'm not going to name them, but there's a couple of companies in Britain. There was one in particular. I bought some gear through quite a big company, funny enough, not that long ago. And what I ordered was the drink powder, but I specifically ordered the drink powder with the electrolytes, and it was the electrolyte drink powder. Anybody that's had a British Army ration pack knows there are two types of cold drink in there. There's the standard drink, which is the Screech, which is designed specifically to take away the taste of the Puri tabs. And you replace one grotty flavour with another grotty flavour in Max Words. And there is the electrolyte drink. Now, it was only the electrolyte drinks I wanted for training. And they said, no, these are the electrolyte drinks. Not. And what I got was a pack of 50 Screeches. So I got back to them and said, that's not actually the electrolyte powder. That is just the Screech. No, that's electrolyte powder. And I said, I literally went through the ingredients and I got a pack of the electrolyte powder.
And we asked Tommy as well.
Yeah,
we
pack
said
of the electrolyte powder and a pack of the Screech, and I read the ingredients out, and they went, no, it's exactly the same thing. It wasn't by a bloody long shot. I was fuming, and they pretty much in the end went, well, what are you going to do? All right. And I was like,
we haven't bought them since.
I'll send them back. Well, we won't take them. I want my money back. You're not having your money back. And I was like, right, then you're not having my trade anymore. And when I am a big channel, I'm going to rip you in pieces.
Yes, and the ones that I've been getting are actually the foreign ones. So I don't believe they actually say on there.
Yeah, Andy, it is illegal to buy and sell ration packs direct from source. However, MOD disposals, which is where most of the kit that ends up in the Army Surplus stores, good Army Surplus stores go to, they buy it through MOD disposals, and those items are written off starred items. So my father used to do a little bit of trading in Army Surplus. He used to go to PG Wings and places like that. And again, they buy it through the legitimate path, and you normally find it's then either just out of date or close to out of date, knowing full well that these rations are still good for another 2 or 3 years as long as they're stored correctly. I have seen rations that have still got a shelf life of 4 to 5 years being sold at shows and places like that.
I did go on Strike Force actually to look for,
If they get
but I
caught,
couldn't
they're in
find.
trouble.
I couldn't find any of the foreign ration packs there, unfortunately.
They are expensive. To be honest with you, you're far better off making your own ration packs.
Hi, Lawrence.
I think Mac will back me out on this. I think any ex-squaddy will back me out on this. You can make your own ration packs. You can probably make them a lot cheaper, and you can make them to your own taste. So it just takes a little bit of lateral thought. I mean, not being funny, if you want to start simple ration packs for yourselves, things like I was in a pound shop the other day, and they had a pack of 12 noodles. Pack of 12 individual packs of noodles for about £2. And I actually sat there and thought, crikey, if you're building your own ration packs, there's a basic staple to put in your ration pack straight away.
El Croc, hello.
Because it's all right. Noodles is noodles, but they're an energy source. They're something that will keep you going. Then you can add to that.
Hi, Stephen.
I mean, at the end of the day, what you're looking at a balance of protein.
Lawrence, look up by my finger. The next camp is May the 16th to the 18th.
Yeah, next camp, May 16th to 18th. My email address is up there. By all means, send me an email and I will fill you in on the details.
Spam.
Spam. Again, spam. You know.
Oh, I actually noticed in Morrison's, they got frozen spam fritters.
Frozen spam
Yep.
fritters. Well, you mean somebody can't slice tin spam?
Yeah, they were in that same design as it's on this tin, and they were frozen.
Hi, Stephen. How you doing, mate? Yeah, it's up there, Lawrence, with the next camp.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
All organised. Yeah. As Steph says, noodles are spam sorted. So again, you make your own ration packs. You can build your own to whatever you need, your own field rations, build it to suit your actual requirements, needs, your health, whatever you need to balance it out for yourself.
We found we've done the vacuum packing some peanuts, nuts, fruit and nuts. So it could be done. Love, hi.
And I'll be honest with you, the reason I'm doing ration packs and reviewing ration packs is purely the old squaddy in me, out of interest. It is just, I'm interested in seeing them. They aren't cheap, they're expensive, but we're in a position now with the channel that one, it gives me something to make a video on with the lovely Cass. It gives me a chance to have a look at other people's rations and think to myself, blimey, I wish I'd had that, or no, I'm glad we didn't have that. And it's interest for you guys. So I sort of balance the cost off against the channel. It is being able to produce something for the channel. So if I look at an average day's filming, by the time I've taken out the fuel, the time, the food, tea, coffee, milk, sugar, all the other bits and pieces I'm going to need for the day, the resources I'm going to use for possibly firelighting and that, an average day's filming probably sets me back somewhere around 25 quid anyhow. So again, we try and balance things out so that it's working out for you guys. Makes something. Yeah,
John, John was saying that the MREs he gets are close to date, but the heaters never work. Well, you had that. Your bag was punctured, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, steam bag.
Yeah, my steam bag was punctured. I mean, you can buy the heater packs on their own. Okay, so there you go. For those of you that might be interested, have a look for this company. All right, Yellowstone Flameless Heat Packs. Okay, now these heat packs are, in actual fact, a bigger version of what you get in the standard military heater packs. Inside you get a bag like that. In there's the pouch. Drop that into a bag or container. Drop your ration pack in. Add water, and it will heat it.
Here you go. Don't worry about the top one because that's if you can't get through the Hampshire one. But it seems to be a fine okay at the moment.
Yeah, top one's for Caroline's OnlyFans.
If you wish to send me chocolate, you're welcome.
There you go. So Yellowstone Flameless Heat Packs. You can get those on Amazon. So if you want to put together your own heat packs, flameless heat packs, you can do. You can put them together yourself, mock them up. And like I say, all you want is a sealable bag. one of those pouches out of there, drop it in with your ration pack. I mean, we were saying about making some stew.
Yeah,
next
hiking.
week.
It's we didn't realise that until you found them.
I'm having a walk down the canal this week. I don't know if you want to join me, Matt. Have a wander down the canal, have a little bit of a look, see what's going on down there, see what wildlife's about. I'll pick you up. That's not a problem. Probably on Wednesday.
I bought him a new lure. He's got a lovely little pike lure. Pike lure.
It's up there somewhere. Yeah,
I can see it.
Oh,
Sure.
Excuse me.
Kiwi, I said yes, we did. When he said first time he said it. You get it? All right, it's up top there.
Oh yeah.
There you go, Matt. How about that for a nice little lure? Nice pike one.
Yeah, nice little pike lure, and it rattles. Which is any of you that fish for pike, the essential.
It's all right, lovey.
You want a lure that rattles, pike gloves, things that
Hi,
rattle.
Paula. Yeah, he's well jointed. Look.
So I look forward to giving that a bash.
Yeah. Youch. He's got pretty green eyes. He rattles.
Yeah, so Kaz is going to make me a stew, and I'm going to vac pack the stew, and I'll do that as a ball in the bag myself. And again, if you're doing your own ball in the bags, it's the sort of thing I can.
You're never late, lovey.
I can do the stew. People say to me, "Oh, yeah, it's preserving it," but if I'm making stew, and the extra stew that's left, I vac pack it and throw it in the freezer. If I know I'm out the following day, all I've got to do is take it out of the freezer the night before, and it's defrosted by the time I'm out and about.
Oh, thank you, Mike. That's really sweet. You
Cheers,
said that,
mate.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate. Love you too.
Yeah, we were sort of looking into all the different things you could do for your ration packs, and it balance it out and eat what you want to eat.
Yeah. Set up your own scoff.
Nick,
Cheers, Lee. All right, I'll get them out. One for the ladies.
Well, I saw that. I saw the pike on. It's on Temu, and I thought I really like that. And I got a frog one as well because I like pike fishing as well. But I need to because sadly my 6-foot Mitchell rod broke.
Yeah.
So I've got to get I've got to get another one.
Yeah. Oh, just excuse me, guys. I've got to straighten up a little bit. My neck is giving me grief. I am so stiff.
Night, Andy. Have a good week.
Night, Andy. Take care, mate.
Yeah, because I actually used to walk. We used to walk down the canal, Baystoke Canal, and look at the water and look out for the jack pike and
you
used to
stalk
see
the
snake
pike.
and that there. It's good.
Nothing like a bit of pike stalking for the fun of it.
Yeah. Then when you see this monster head come round underneath the lily pad, you think, "Oh my good grief!"
Yeah.
I like a bit of perch as well. Perch fishing.
Bushcraft sausage.
Oh,
cheeky little monkey. Oh, love kids.
Yeah.
Oh,
They say this is yeah.
my little granddaughter today, we popped over to see her, and she did something naughty, so Dad told her off, and she looked straight at me with that look that went, "Save me, Granddad.
Yeah.
Save me, Granddad." I was like, "No, not interfering."
No. Yeah, she's going through a stage where
Being a little monkey.
well, she's got dressing up clothes, but she's changed her outfit 5 times today.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's getting a bit much for the old washing machine sort of thing. So yeah.
Little monster. But again, she.
Come on, Nanny, come and look at my new doll's house. And then she told to try to her room out and it's like.
She wasn't having none of that, was she? So we got off subject tonight, and I do
Oh,
apologise about that. I know we've got off the whole prepping subject a little bit, but that's the way it goes with the live chat. We end up following different angles and tangents and all the rest of it. So if you've come on here thinking that it's just going to be a talk about prepping, ask a question,
Yeah.
and we'll endeavour to answer it. Because it's
yeah.
like chatting to your friends in a pub. The conversation goes round corners, goes off at an angle.
And that's the fantastic solid fuel tabs that
Roman
Ray
yeah,
puts onto. Very good.
Roman Ray, very, very good. For those of you that miss your hexamine, you can get these on Amazon.
16 is £7.99 at the moment. Then they do 16, 36 and 45. And they're all, I think the 45 is about 20 quid.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Lawrence said it's always good crack up here. One just try, you know.
There we go.
Yes. There, Lee. I'll rattle the packet for you. I'll shake my tits at you.
Well, there we go. What can I say about that?
Actually, no, Stephen. It's not Hexy.
No. Well,
it's from Amazon. It's solid fuel tablets, but they're not Hexy, so they're not banned.
Well, we say that. Okay, so smelling them, there's not very little smell. No. There's only the slightest whiff of solid fuel tablet. Okay, and I mean it. It's only the slightest whiff. And they reckon these are safe indoors.
Yeah, it's eco-friendly.
I think what's happened, I think the company that's produced them, I think there is a tiny, tiny amount of hexamine in there, but I think it's at a level that's made it safe and legal within the UK, because these are on sale all over the place in the UK. They've started to come in. And as I said on the video the other day, I knew it wasn't going to be long before a company had a look at it, how they could produce something that was an equivalent.
What it says is the 6 ounce is those cap tablets. They're easy to ignite, odorless and smokeless. They have a 12 to 15 minute burn time. So,
yeah. So those of you that are missing your Hexy, you can get
you definitely haven't got Hexy then. Oh, stealth.
You can get yourselves a replacement for it. And I've tried it myself. It does work well.
Yeah, they are. They do work well, Stephen.
Yeah, they're not as big as the old UK Hexy tablets. They're the same size as the old French ones, which means if anybody that's used the French ones knows, they're a little bit smaller. It tended to be 2 to get a good boil going. 1 will make you a hot drink. And again, if you're working with a water source, bottled water you've collected from home, you've taken out with you, or you've already sterilised and purified, you don't need to boil it. You just want to make a hot drink. And I've often said to people, I'd rather take a warm drink over no drink when I'm in a really cold or a really, really rough environment. I'm quite impressed with them. Not as good as hexamine, I will say, but nothing is going to be as good as Hexy was. But even Hexy had its downside. It had that god-awful smell, which I loathed.
Matt likes it.
And it was a smell you didn't want in a confined space because it was toxic. It wasn't good for you.
Cookie wants to know, if you had to cook indoors without using electricity or mains gas, what's the safest method? We got those our stove thing, haven't we?
Mate, safest method indoors is pretty much going to be... Right, so... where is it? Let me get it out.
Excuse me, ducking out. There's just someone's being a pain in the butt.
Where is it? Oh, it's up there.
You got them in your basket. I don't blame you, Lee.
I've got, for cooking indoors as a standard, one of these collapsible gas cookers.
Yeah.
You see them literally.
Yeah, like candles.
Yeah, every hardware shop in the world sells them, and they run on this size butane gas bottle. Again, you've got to be aware of carbon monoxide if you're cooking with gas, any camping stove and that. And the reason I think they're good and efficient indoors is purely because it's a very controllable heat. If you're cooking indoors in a safe
Good night,
environment,
Paula.
you're not outside, you want something where you can control the flame level so you can reduce to a simmer, cook slower, easier, control what you're cooking and make a decent meal of it. It's a bit different when you're out in the wilds. Quite often you're just looking at making something hot. But if you're at home, putting a soup on, you don't want to boil a soup. You don't want to bring it up too quickly. So they make an excellent alternative. That's the sort of thing I have as an initial go-to. And then I have that backed up with all my other cooking services. The other thing I could do, and I might do a video on it later on, I've got myself set up so I could actually put my wood burning stove indoors. I wouldn't suggest everybody does this, but I've bought the bends, got the equipment so that I could set mine up indoors if I wanted to, and run the chimney out through the window. But again, you then got to be aware that you are burning material indoors, carbon monoxide, fire risk, and so on. Yeah, mate.
Yeah, you need a haircut.
Yeah, haircut this week. By the time you see him next Sunday,
it'll be bald.
It'll be trimmed. Yeah. Depends on what ops, cold or chancey. Exactly that, mate. Exactly that. You've got if you Roman Ray's got an open fire. If you've got an open fire, then that would be my cooking system. And again, go old fashioned. Get yourself a good cast iron set up. If you've got an open fire, get yourself a good Dutch oven. Get yourself a trivet. You've got a hearth there. You can start using the hearth. Yeah,
Sussex. I've got some. I was thinking the other day, someone had done some bird boxes, but they were actually carved faces. And they've got a little pipe out the mouth, and that's what the birds sit on to go in and out of the. Nice. He's got 3 tons of logs in the shed, plenty of, but lots of spoons. I hope you'll be bringing lots of spoons to the camp.
It's fine what will work for you. I mean, let's face it, the priority at the end of the day, especially if it's really cold, is being able to provide hot drinks, warm food, keep the core fed, keep it warm, sterilising water, that sort of thing. So whatever you've got, whatever you can adapt, but it's just a case of looking at the situation, looking at where you are, think safely. If you're using a wood stove, something I've noticed a couple of people missing out on with their wood stoves just lately on videos is not thinking where the chimney's ending up. They're looking at the tent, they're looking at the box stove, they're looking inside. And I watched a video where the guy's chimney was stopped about that far. He's under pine trees. And the top of the chimney is 4 inches below pine boughs. And I'm thinking to myself, that old pine tree, if it's a warm enough time of year and it's dry enough, and there's enough resin in there, that's going to rip up through that like you wouldn't believe. Probably find yourself laying in your tent, looking at the ceiling, going, "Blimey, sunrise already? Isn't that bright?"
Yeah. Darren said he made a curry using his camp stove at home.
Yeah. Curries, stews.
Yeah.
2 of the best survival foods going. Cook it long, cook it slow, sterilises it, imparts flavour to it. You can add more water to it. You can thin it down and make a broth out of it, and then it can become a soup. So a 1-day curry can actually end up feeding you for 2-3 days.
Second World War, Polish oven. Lovely.
Oh, nice.
But it's funny that you say when you cook things on barbecues, it tastes different. Yeah. When you do on the wood stoves and that, it does taste different, doesn't it?
That's the other thing people miss out on quite a bit. Barbecues. If you've got a barbecue outside, have you got a way of setting up some sort of cover over it so that you can still use it even in the winter?
I'll tell you, because you were on about your toaster the other day, I've got one for you, but all the ones I saw had metal plastic handles. These ones got wood handles.
Yeah, some of those stoves you've got to look after them. You've got to make sure they don't leak cookie. And I guess do excuse me, guys. The TVI is playing me up badly at the moment. What are they called?
Yeah. Canisters.
That's the word I'm looking for. When you put these in, there's always a little bit of hiss. There's always going to be a little bit of leakage. I don't like. Mine's got an igniter
I think
on it.
The ones I've got are too Sussex.
Mine's got an igniter on it. I actually tend to use a cigarette lighter because I find by the time you've gone click, 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 click 50 times and it finally ignites, you just got a big whoop. And that's,
Mikey Willow's it's got a hate thing going on at the moment with pigeons. Pigeons and magpies.
Hates pigeons and magpies.
Throwing himself about.
Yeah, really hates them. Yeah. Bought a barbecue from Wilco last year, years ago, never failed you. Yeah. Meths. Yeah, I like meths. I use quite a bit of meth spirits. I like it purely and simply. I don't know. It's just I just like using it. It's something that works for me. And again, it's fine what works for you. Everybody's going. I mean, I've met people that hate meths. Don't like the smell. Don't like the spill risk. I've met guys that love hexamine. I hate the smell. I don't like it. It can be a pain in the arse to light on a cold, wet day. Sussex. You know, but it's again, can't take it from them. Same as they can't take it from me. Find what works for you. Same as I said on the firelighting. Find a system, make it work for you, perfect it. Once you've perfected it, start looking at other systems, choose another system, perfect it, and so on. And before you know it, you've got a whole range of systems and techniques that you can pretty much dip and dive into and out.
Those hobo stoves that Benny used to use all the time.
Well, let's face it, the most simple stoves, baked bean tin, like Benny does.
Oh, dearly.
Like Benny used to do. It was a baked bean tin with a drop of turpentine in it, or white spirit, and some cotton wool balls, and it'll burn for ages.
Night, Mike. Hope you. Sorry to hear you're not feeling so good.
Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, mate. I really do.
Sending love and healing light to you.
Yeah, take it easy, bro, and get yourself some rest. Good night. God bless to you. Yeah, Bosun Dan. Now he's got some fantastic. I mean,
he's got a lovely collection of stoves, hasn't he?
Yeah, hasn't he? And there is something special about brass as well. It's beautiful. You know, it's polished up. It looks gorgeous. They work really, really well. And again, coming back to our ancestors, you know, however you want to be undetected, use what works. Use what works. Exactly that. Find what works for you.
I say, like you were saying, you had no gas.
Stoves,
you had no gas and electric the other night, so you used stoves.
Yeah.
You never know, because we've had a lot just lately. A lot of our substations have been getting waterlogged, haven't they? And
that's the thing, isn't it? Everybody's going to have their own technique, and it's. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I watch some channels and they will sit there and go, This is the only method to use. All your methods are crap. This is the only method to use because I'm an expert at it. And I'm always like, well, no, because it depends where you are in the world. I've travelled, seen enough, met enough, done enough to realise that every place I go to has a different technique of cooking, water purification, fire lighting, fire skills, maintenance methods, technologies, ideologies. It's fine what works for you in the environment that you're in. And when you're happy, if it makes you happy, then that's bloody awesome because it's doing what it should do. It's a success. You know, it's
I say whatever works for you best.
Yeah.
I always think the good test of a stove is sausages.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Sausages, because
what works for you is what works. It's I get really angry at people that just get so focused on their method being the holy grail of methods, and anybody that doesn't use their method isn't doing it properly. Because it's really, truthfully, in the survival world, it's what works for you. I got a little bit of a comeback on my video this week, which when I said, in a survival situation, you'd burn whatever was necessary, plastics, rubbers, and so on. And oh yeah, you don't want to say that to eco warriors. They'd rather die if the cold freeze to death. They would, yeah, crap. I know they wouldn't. It's
If push comes to shove, yeah, they would use it. Would you stop scratching at me?
Yeah,
but I bet you know.
Gasifiers burn really, really well, really, really quick, really, really hot. And again, it's one of the reasons I say for at home I use the gas stove because it's controllable heat. This is one of the downsides of being out in the woods is finding that controllable heat. On our fire pit up the woods, I've got I built a swing out rack for it, and that's
you might notice that's one with a horseshoe on it.
Yeah, I'm purely simply so I can control the heat. I can raise it, lower it, swing it in, swing it out. Because again, if you're doing a stew in a Dutch oven and it's too hot on that Dutch oven, all that happens is you burn everything on the bottom and stuff on the top doesn't get cooked right. So one of the things you want to be able to do in whatever system you're using is, if you can, find ways of being able to vary your temperature. Sometimes you just want a long, slow one. And actual fact, talking about that, for the camp, the lovely cats for the camp.
Oh yeah, you lot are in for a treat. I've actually seen one even bigger. Actually, no, of those who went last time, this is the camp kettle. That is 6.5 litres. I bought him another one. And look, it's bigger. Well, you can't actually, if you turn it that way. Yeah.
That's Little Frank and Big Frank, the kettles. So at the next camp, we will have a continuous supply of hot water. For those of you that want to make a brew at any time, fill your hot water bottles and so forth and so on.
Yeah. So I said to her, funny enough, I said, would you like another kettle as a fallback? And he goes, yes. And then with the amount of that we come into the camp, it's going to be ideal because that means that everyone gets that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Lee. I'm an amateur. I'm a hobbyist at this. It's something I've done for years. It's something I've had to teach. I object to the term expert. I've been called an expert a couple of times. I got called an expert whilst giving a lecture. They introduced me as a survival expert, and I came straight out. The first thing I said is, I'm no expert. I'm continually learning. I'm just somebody that has a love and a passion for this, constantly learning. And in that learning process, a number of times over the years, I've had people say to me, you're wrong, try it this way. And I've tried their way because I always try something somebody suggests. And a number of times I've gone, do you know what, they were right.
Sorry.
So it's again.
Yes, you're waiting to really use that, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, John. I am looking forward to it. I'm going to be using that in May. That's going up in May. I am going to be out there in the morning. Man bits to the wind. Nice hot shower. Oh, yeah. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a brilliant bit, Kit.
Well, we're finding, Andy, when we had camps before, the small kettles, it meant someone took a drink, then the next person didn't have quite enough to make their drink. So we got the 6.5 litre kettle, and that did really well last camp, didn't it?
Yeah, it's about never stop learning, never stop adapting, and never think you know it all, because you never do. You can master a technique and a method, and it can be quite annoying that you spend months mastering a technique and a method, and somebody comes along and goes,
if you did it like this,
if you did it like this, and you suddenly go, bum. But again, that is also the pleasure of it, of sharing with other people, because you never stop learning. You never stop learning. You never stop gaining interest. And in
Yeah,
actual
student of
fact,
survival.
I'm speaking to a neurological physicist, isn't that big words, who said to me, "Do you know what? It's people like you that got that inquiring, learning mind, constantly looking and learning and that." He said, "You're the guys that don't get dementia." He said, "You're the guys that tend to be more resistant against dementia, Alzheimer's, and things like that, because you're keeping those neural pathways open and you're constantly opening new ones because you're constantly looking, learning, interested, fascinated."
Have you done anything with your Kelly kettle apart from just make tea with it? You cook with it?
I have cooked with it. I have used.
Yeah, see, I thought you had.
Yeah, I have cooked with it.
Stephen said his Kelly kettle works well, but only for tea. He's found.
The Kelly kettle's only good for boiling. The kettle itself's only good for boiling water, but the hobo stove that comes with it, that's a pretty good little cooker. It's good for frying. Funnily enough, I don't know why. It's just it's better.
That's
than
correct.
frying
Cookie said if you're still alive, you're doing it okay. Survival.
Yeah. That's the secret, isn't it? Yeah. Somebody once said to me, every morning they wake up, they think themselves made it. You know? It's, yeah, even Mr. Meir says, Lofty Wiseman's another guy. Never stop learning. I mean, there's a lovely fella there who again hates to be referred to as an expert or anything because he says he's not an expert. He's a guy that's got a passion and a love for it, and he bimbles through learning and sharing as much as possible. Yeah. Bushcraft Sussex, exactly that.
It's like you say, this with the sealing thing.
Yeah.
You found that so useful for sealing up your wax packs and all your fire lighting, and yeah. No love. Always ready, mate. Always keep your powder dry. That's the old saying, isn't it? Always keep your powder dry. Never stop learning, never stop inquiring, never stop being interested, never stop with passion. And it's every day that you get out, you look at something, enjoy it for what it is. I like sort of dehydrated sweets. I had a custard and apple one the other week. Oh, believe on that.
I've got a couple more of the dehydrated packs to try actually. Give those a go. Might do that this week. Might do that for the members. The secret to never getting a hangover. I finished my pint of Guinness. Water. Stay hydrated.
And it's Yorkshire water.
Well, I didn't know that, Bushcraft.
No, I didn't know that either.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's proper water.
Right.
We have still got a bottle from Norway, haven't we?
Mind you,
Olden water.
It's not like our Cornish water, you know. Yeah, proper.
Not enough iron in it.
Proper soft water, complete with a little bit of radiation. It's just so good for you. Well, I'm blowed. I'll be blowed. Floating your lines. Dog biscuits and things like that for carp. Been watching a couple of videos on actually people in Ukraine cooking carp.
And a catfish.
Yeah. It was very, very interesting. Interesting to see the amount of meat on the fish as well. That was quite impressive. I can see why they were kept and brought to Britain originally as a meat source. There was a lot of meat there.
Oh, so carp king prawns. Yeah, they like a lot of the
Sussex,
boilies.
you and Mac will be sat in a corner nattering to one another.
Yeah,
'Cause Mac loves his carp fishing.
Yeah, because they like all squid boilies and that, don't they?
Squid.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I want to eat anything that's been eating squid. Catfish is supposed to be delicious.
We've had beak on one, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've had batter,
and
which
that.
is type of
It's
catfish.
one of the things when I get over to the States, one of the things I want to do is try some of the delicacies, shall we say, as I travel across your United States of America. Now, mackerel. Oh, yeah.
You've done like dipping the line, isn't it?
Yeah. I suppose that works a pint, yeah. But mackerel.
You're
talking about one of my favourite fish there. Mackerel, bass. I do love a bit of beach casting. Oh, sitting there with some feathers.
Oh, Andy's carp fishing at the moment. And he's using squid boilies.
Oh, mate, don't lick your fingers. Yeah. Do not lick your fingers.
Monkfish, yeah.
Yeah.
Like monkfish.
Ugly as sin, but tastes delicious.
You've been over to France, hasn't it, Matt? With carp fishing, but you caught that sturgeon.
Mackerel. Now, my favourite way of having mackerel is quite simple. Is to have a big old pan on a beach, light a fire on the beach, and you bring the mackerel straight in on the feathers. Okay, gut the mackerel, fillet it out, and then just drop it into the boiling seawater. Give it about 2.5 to 3 minutes out onto a board and just pick the meat off it. Oh, it's to die for.
We were watching these. It's King Cooking, is it?
Yeah.
It's these Ukrainian ladies cooking, and they went to this lake, and they were diving down, and they brought up these plastic gutter tubing, for guttering.
Crayfish, right?
The crayfish, and at one end it was like had sort of holes in it, so obviously the water can go through, and the other end it was obviously the entrance. Once they got in it, they can't come back out. And they picked up 5 of these tubes. They must have been about 5-6 foot long, and the amount of crayfish they got out of these things is amazing.
Yeah, resources. Pickled mackerel. Oh, now you're getting there. Pickled fish. So
Sussex likes it salted, dried, and barbecued.
Roll mop herrings. Oh, heavenly. Just slips down. Oh, lovely. Salted and dried and barbecued fresh tomatoes. That's nice.
Talking a load of pollock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the resources are there. Set lines. Yeah.
Eel baskets and things like that.
Used to make eel baskets when I was a nipper.
Yeah. Yeah, roll mops. No.
Yeah, roll mops.
Yeah, he likes that.
Oh, yeah. There's no finer way to have your fish. Yeah, it doesn't have to be herring either. You can do anything like that. Mackerel makes good roll mops. Fill it out. Oh.
A fish with no eyes is called a
yeah.
Crispy salmon skin sushi.
Nice.
See, I just can't. It's too fishy for me. I know it sounds stupid, but most fish I can eat cod and I can eat plaice and haddock, and I don't mind prawns if they're cooked in like Chinese dishes. But most of the fish like salmon and that, it's just too fishy for me.
Herrings, good Cornishman. Herrings, sardines.
So they eating Stargazy pie, herrings.
Yeah. Well, sardines, herrings. Yeah.
Samphire. I've had samphire ice cream once, and that was really nice.
Yeah. Samphire is quite often I'll just pick it and eat it on the move. It's got a lovely salty flavour to it.
Especially duckweed on it.
Crunchy. Yeah, don't try and pick it anywhere with us. Any fish, yeah.
No, I just can't.
I've got my favourites. I like sea fish more than freshwater fish. Although I've got to admit, a pan fried perch in butter with a little bit of garlic and dill is absolutely to die for.
Stephen.
Yep.
Yeah, our boarders used to like fish, didn't they?
Stephen. Yeah, kippers. Oh yeah, love kippers.
Yeah, I like samphire.
Good for you.
I went to a country show in Sussex, and the lady there had ice cream, so she had the samphire one.
Yeah,
and
nice.
yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, and again, it's a lot of this stuff we're talking about here. You know, it's free, it's out there. Yes, there's techniques to getting it. It's learning to identify it, but they're all things you can do. It's the only thing that ever stops anybody from learning anything like that is going out and doing it. Find somebody that's prepared to maybe teach you a technique and go give it a bash for yourself.
Yeah, ladies were also doing mussels, weren't they?
Yeah, John Kennedy. Just about anything pan fried with butter is a solid hit. Yeah, I'll go with that, mate.
Oh dear.
Sussex.
Yeah, Chesil Beach.
Yeah, Chesil Beach is brilliant. Brilliant. Trout. Yeah, don't mind trout. It depends.
I can cook it, but this
depends on the water, doesn't it, as well, and the time of year. If you've got a good clean
Andy,
flow, it's nice.
It wasn't Arding Light. It was one of the smaller shows, but there's one that we're going to go to. We're going to go to the Royal Bath and West at the end of May.
Yeah.
They got that on there, but there's usually one outside Petworth.
Evening, Max and his missus. How you doing? I hope you're having a great day.
Hi, Max.
Football. Yeah. We won't get into my whole soccer issues as a
football.
Small child.
Go and stay in the corner, have a word with yourself, woman.
Yeah. So I moved up to Surrey as a small child, started at a Surrey school. My first week there, they took us out to play soccer and I burst into tears. It was the first time I ever got caned because the PE teacher said to me, why are you upset about playing soccer? And I said, because I'll catch gay. And it was because I'd been told that by a rugby
now
teacher.
That's different.
But yeah, I'm afraid I'm a rugby boxing man myself. And tell anybody it is, Kate, sorry if I've just offended you.
Yes.
Didn't mean to, but that was something I was told as a kid in the early 70s. And it did upset me quite badly because I had no idea what it was.
I've never been to Arding Light, but I'd like to. But I say we're going to the Royal Bath and West because I tried kangaroo last time over there. It's rather nice.
Well, I'm hoping to do the Royal Bath and West show again this year, the game fair.
Yeah, that's 30th and 31st of May.
Excellent. I look forward to that. That's one of my favourite shows.
Yeah, that's right. I've got family from Petworth as well.
We know that area very, very well, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Very well. I likes the little village of Fittleworth.
And not far from Petworth, you've got Duncton Hill. And it's really, really, really steep. And I remember as a kid going out in a coach trip, going up Duncton Hill, and the brakes gave out, and we were going down backwards.
I once read a book about the Duncton moles. It's quite a good book, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, we're going to go to some of the shows.
Yeah.
This year. Yeah,
we don't do rugby. We don't do none of that padding and helmets and stuff like that. No. We got a saying in rugby: if you can't run on stumps, don't bother playing it. It's You used to live in Chiddingfold. We know Chiddingfold really,
I know
really
Chiddingfold.
Well.
I know Fittleworth as well.
I
actually come across someone trying to do themselves in Fittleworth.
Chiddingfold, Chiddingfold, you're talking.
Yeah.
So, Chiddingfold we know very, very well. So, you know, Peasmarsh, Godalming, the Chantries, used to be my stomping ground.
We went to Chiddingfold Club and we saw Dumpy's Rusty Nuts, didn't we?
We certainly did.
Yeah.
And then you got, what else got round Chiddingfold? We got, Matt used to live up near Chiddingfold, didn't he?
Is it Wisley? Ripley.
No,
Yeah.
that's the other way, isn't it? Chiddingfold, Ewhurst, Elsted.
Yeah, because I'm from Cranley. She's not that far from Chiddingfold.
Yeah, I went and grabbed one of them posh girls from the posh village. Brinsby Cottage. Yeah, there are some fun roads around there.
World War II water tower, yeah.
Yeah. Always thought that water tower at Chiddingfold was where they filmed Catweasel. That's what my dad used to tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yateley,
Yeah.
Yateley well, yeah, just across the road there. Yateley
Yeah,
is literally
is that way,
and I can walk it in half an hour.
Yeah, because we're in Farnborough.
Yeah, I'm only across. I'm literally just the other side of the M3 from Yateley and Camberley and that. Yeah, it's a little tiny world when we think about it, isn't it? It's a little tiny world. Sorry to my American friends for us rattling on about local places. And
I love the little bridges at Fittleworth.
It's
we used to always stop at Fittleworth to a little sweet shop on the way to Littlehampton.
Yep. Used to fish Godalming, Guildford, Brownie then.
Brownie, yeah.
Yeah. There we go, see? Small world. It is a tiny little world.
You know, Godwin and Cranley, yeah.
Yeah. Deep Cut Barracks, Simon. Deep Cut Barracks is about a 30-minute walk that way from where I live. Oh, local doings.
Yeah.
We don't. My friends around here will tell you we don't talk about the local doings around here. Doings around here is dodgy.
See, Bill says that is a water tower and Catweasel live still there.
Funny you say that, mate, because my dad used to tell me that's where they filmed it. So probably was. It probably was.
Yeah, one of the things for Cranley, we got a church in Cranley called St Nicholas, and on one of the columns is a stone cat face, and that was where the person who wrote Alice in Wonderland got the idea for the Cheshire Cat.
Yeah. It's
really ugly, ugly sort of cat's face. It's
So I don't know if that's not going to do it justice. I'm just going to get another pair of glasses. That's what I'm doing.
You're graffitiing your map.
Yeah. Needs to be replaced anyhow.
My father was Sussex born for Bignor, as I told you before. Ten-digit grid reference.
Oh, you want a grid reference, do you?
Yeah.
Let's do it properly then. Those ex-servicemen amongst you, you remember them? You remember? Oh.
He says, stand down.
All right, Simon. So, Deep Cut Barracks, over here. Yeah. Coming back. Oh. Coming back. I'm here. Oh, sorry.
You're up there.
There. And Yateley is over here.
Yep.
There we go. There's the
there.
M3 there. And then up here is the M3 junction.
Danger area is there.
Up there. That's all ash, Pirbright, danger areas and ranges there.
It's deep cut.
And deep cut. Basingstoke Canal through there. So there we go. Yeah, rough idea of where I am. And for anybody flying in from the States, I live there. Farnborough Airport's there. If you have a word with, what's his name? Flies in quite regularly.
John Travolta.
John Travolta. Have a word with John Travolta because it's his favourite airport in the UK, apparently.
You do, Lee.
He flies in there on quite a regular basis. You might be able to get a lift with him.
He likes Farnborough because he said that the prices for Heathrow and that are disgusting to land his plane there.
Heathrow is only 30 minutes away by car, so it's... And again, you know, I know the area I live in. I still carry an Ordnance Survey map when I go out, just purely and simply for references.
It's nearly 2 hours.
It's been 2 hours already. Blimey. It's cheese toasty time. I've got some bacon as well. Cheese and bacon toasty. We're going all posh tonight because I'm feeling a bit stiff. Yes, I'm a general area of green.
Yes. Yeah, lots of green. You want your tea, Willow? Yeah.
Lots of green. Yeah, lots of green. Unfortunately,
bacon and tomato. I can agree with you there. I do like bacon and tomato as well. And yours did look rather nice.
Jason, I've got to ask you one question. And I loved your video.
Cheese and chorizo,
and I saw the urgency on your face making that fire. And at one point, I was like, not going to
If he don't get his bacon and tomato, he's going to be so upset.
You're not going to make it, brother. It's too wet. You're not going to make it. But you persevered. You actually pushed through. But I've got to admit, both me and Kaz, there was a couple of times your axe work where I was like, there's going to be a thumb on the floor. There's going to be a thumb on the floor. But fair play to you, mate. You cracked it. You got it done. You got your fire.
Sorry, Stealth, do we get you as well?
You got your bacon. You pushed through. It was an absolutely brilliant video. And we were both on the edges of our seats at one point cheering you on.
Stephen.
It was a cracking video. 49 years old, still got 10 fingers.
Yeah. I was going, ooh.
Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. Right, guys, I've got cheese and bacon toasty calling me. I'm going to do it in the air fryer so it comes up extra crispy. Yeah, and guys, keep them coming. Keep them coming. Yeah. Been thoroughly enjoying them. All absolutely brilliant. And get out there. Have your adventures. If you want to video it, start your own channel. Enjoy
your wine.
Do it. You won't regret it. It's great fun. Okay.
Night, Ro.
But other than that, more than anything, go out, have fun, enjoy yourselves, have your adventures. Ray, thank you for putting me onto them tabs, mate. Yeah, they're cracking, and I gave you a shout out on the video purely and simply because you're the one that I owe the credit to finding them from. Guys, get outdoors, have your adventures, have fun. Enjoy yourselves wherever you are in this glorious world of ours.
Yeah, good night all.
Stay safe. Love those you do. Forgive those you don't. And from Caroline, me, Mac, Jason, who at the moment is sitting on a mountain in Bali drinking coffee from a cat's bottom. Right?
Not Island Jason, that's Muddy Ruts Jason.
Muddy Ruts Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah. May peace and light be on you all in this absolutely glorious world of ours. God bless, guys. May all gods go with you. Nicky out.
Nighty night.